let me ask you about DJ Quick, because man, in my opinion, you just tell me what it is. It seemed like you two have a love-hate relationship. It's like y'all either all or nothing. Tell me about DJ Quick and how'd you two come together, and is it a love-hate relationship? Where y'all at now, dude, with all that?
Quick was one of the most talented producers I ever worked with.
Uh-huh.
Real knowledgeable. As far as the love-hate, I don't hate anybody. You know, I bounce off the energy you give to me.
Okay.
You don't want to work with me, fine. I'm cool. I have no problem. I'm not chasing people. People chasing me.
Right.
You know, as far as Quick, this is it's again, it's that loyalty factor. It's no loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you create these artists, and you're only good as the people you have around you. You know, if artists really look at the state of the business of the successful artists like Will Smith, why is Will Smith so successful and still successful? It's because he kept the same people around him. You know, anything you do in business, you're gonna have your ups and downs. So you gotta ride with the down as you riding with the ups. You know, you can't just jump ship, because every time you jump ship and go to another camp, you like starting back at square one. You know, and artists have to realize that. You know, every move that your people make is not going to be necessary to be the right move. So you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. KR once said something one time. You know, everybody gets fucked in this business. You just try not to, get fucked so many times. You know, and that kind of stuck with me. That kind of stuck with me after the Tone Loc situation. But Quick, I got much love for Quick, but I couldn't work with him again.
Right, because of the loyalty factor.
The loyalty factor, and I at this point in my life, I don't have the patience, to I don't want to say, but I just don't have the patience.
Right, you don't want to say it. You don't want to say it. But I appreciate you being honest with that, because you two really did a lot of great work together. A lot of great work. And even to this day, I know that your phone still rings. People still ask you about Quick and feel that you can get in touch with Quick anytime that you want to. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
I probably could, but I choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
I rode the Quick train 3 times and, got kicked out the car. That getting kicked out the car wasn't a comfortable feeling, like for doing nothing but trying to help a person elevate their career. Quick probably, realistically, Quick should be up on the Dr. Dre level, but he continues to shoot himself in the foot.
Right.
They blame it on being bipolar. I don't know. I'm no doctor.
Right. Blame it on the game. Because sometimes, you as an artist, you can overthink things for yourself too. I mean, it's a competitive business. It's one as an artist, you're always seeking to be better, and you're always seeking to get yourself back on top. And see, that's the thing that I think people like yourself is being on the other side as managers and executives and things like that. You don't understand the vulnerability that is with an artist. We need to be seen. We need to be heard. And the thing that brings us joy is being in front of that camera and being number one, seeing our names in lights, seeing our names in number one. And that is a drug within itself. And if I can't get high, then I'm depressed. Okay, feel with me. Right. So it's not, I don't think as an artist, I don't think that we go out to hurt people in such a way, but you got to understand this thing that we crave is like a drug. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I tell I give artists a speech once we start working. They're like, you always gotta remain humble, because you're gonna have some high moments and low moments, but if you remain humble, and you'll be all right. Don't believe your own hype. There's a lot of times artists believe their own hype, and you can't tell them nothing, and they think they created this train themselves. You're only as good as the people you have around you.
Yeah.
And just because many people are going to come into your life once you blow up, and they don't necessarily always have. They seem like they have your best interest at heart, but they don't always have your best interest.
Right. But these hoes ain't loyal. So let's go.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm telling you, man, because if you can't put me in the top, looks, I don't need you. And that's just the artist in me, which is, every day I got to check my ego. Yo, Lise, how we feeling? Because sometimes I be on that gas, dude, and I don't see nobody but me. It is a really selfish game. And I know that being an artist, man, you just always crave to be on the top, and you always want to be able to be the one that is the first thing on somebody's mind. Like I get up in the morning, and I have to be acknowledged. Look at me, and hey, I'm just telling you, man, it's just like that drug. It's a powerful drug. So let's go on to AMG, bitch better have my money. Why do you think a lot of people don't know how talented AMG is?
Because AMG, AMG is really underrated, really talented. A lot of people don't know. He produced Bitch Better Have My Money himself, really. Only thing Quick did for the record was maybe gave him some drum sounds, maybe. And for some reason, people give Quick the credit for it, but it's all AMG. What I love about AMG, he's a forward thinker. He's a forward thinker. He reads a lot, and I always tell people AMG is like an acquired taste, because when you first meet him, you're like, oh, he's mean, and I don't like him. But once you get to know him, he'll give you the shirt off his back. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy. He he predicted a couple of things in the industry, and years ago before Kanye, he said he predicted that the next big rapper is going to come out wearing a mascot uniform, and that was College Dropout. He did that about 3-4 years ago. And then he also predicted, he said, watch, there's going to come a time in hip-hop where there's not going to be any fans in the audience. Everybody's going to be on stage. That's what we're going through now. Everybody, it's not really no fans. Everybody's a star. It's one thing I hate about LA scene, everybody's VIP. You go to the club, it's a long line. It's 2 long lines. One for VIPs, and it's a short line for people who's paying. Everybody in LA is a VIP. Everybody in LA's got the plug to get you into everything. That's why you rarely see me out in LA. If I go out of town, you may see me everywhere. LA, but AMG is like my brother, my son brother. I've been knowing him since he was 18. He was like maybe my second artist that really came through. Yeah, he's a really talented brother, great lyricist. He's got a lot of music that I wish he would release in his vault that I think is good for work. Yeah.
And he just celebrated 30 years for Bitch
30 years for Bitch Better Have My Money. Just like one mistake that we made with AMG is we should have put his face on more stuff. Like Bitch Better Have My Money cover should have had his face on it, because nobody knew what he looked like or who he was. Unless you was in the inner circle. We go out on tour, he'd be around, but nobody didn't know that was AMG. It was crazy.
Ain't no way I could do that. If I had that song, I'm like, I'm that bitch. You know what I mean? I couldn't be sitting there my song's on the radio. And I mean, to this day, man, that song is in my rotation, because that just seems so immediate, so demanding, so badass when you hear that. And then that, I don't know what that is. Is that, what is that? That high top? What is it?
Those are horns.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you know his history, he used to have a high top fade. See, with the high top fade, open up that coach bag so I can get paid.
Right, right.
But after he got into the industry, he lost his high top fade.
Yeah. And we ain't grown much here these days. You know what I'm saying?